Welcome to another edition of Mediaplex Sports Talk. I'm Melissa Iarusso. Today we are joined by our hockey panelists, Kenton, Wolfe, and Rob Benneian. Benny, the NHL proposed realignment for the 2013-2014 season. Can you explain what this is?
Well, sure. The change is made necessary by the move of the Atlanta Thrashers out to Winnipeg. They were still playing in the Southeast Division with teams like Washington, Carolina. Winnipeg's not really all that close geographically, so it makes up for some funky road trips. And with all their games in this shortened season being played in the conference, it's been kind of a tough go for Winnipeg. So anyway, the move was necessary because of that, and it sets up some kind of some new and interesting conferences.
Well, obviously, with a 30-team league, it's hard to separate it into 4 divisions, which is probably something necessary. But what I think this sets us up for is expansion, because we have 2 8-team divisions in the East and 2 17 divisions in the West. So what I think you could see is new teams in Seattle, Las Vegas, and maybe even Kansas City.
Yeah, well, that would certainly set up with the NHL's theme of geographical realignment and kind of geographical rivals. Kansas City would have a natural rival with the St. Louis Blues, Las Vegas possibly with Phoenix or LA, Seattle with maybe the Vancouver and the Alberta teams. So I think the most interesting part is the division where the Detroit Red Wings would be playing with the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. That sets up a lot of prime time great NHL matchups that the league wants to see on TV.
All right, Wolfie, this one's for you. Brendan Shanahan has been handing out a ton of suspensions in the last few weeks. Can you tell me what your thoughts are on the job he's done so far?
This guy's obviously the biggest hypocrite in the world, isn't he? I know you're a big Brendan Shanahan fan, but it's been peculiar, the job he's done at best. I think he's handed out a lot of suspensions that it doesn't make sense, some of them, like the Yannick Hansen suspension where he was reaching for a glove and apparently was a shot to the head of Marian Hossa. It's interesting. I think he could do a better job. What do you think, Rob?
Well, when he came in, I was a huge supporter of the move. I thought putting a former player in rather than just another suit, a trained lawyer rather to come in and take the job. I thought a former player would do a good job. He would know what the players are about. He would know what they're trying to do. He'd kind of have a history with some of the players, know who to look out for. To say I've been disappointed might be putting it mildly. I thought he did a good job early on, kind of setting a firm tone. His first season, sending some messages. He's kind of backed off that a little bit, and some of the suspensions haven't really made any sense. I didn't agree with the Taylor Hall one at all, for example. He hit the guy kind of thigh to hip, and I mean, it wasn't a knee-on-knee hit like a lot of people are portraying it to be. I don't think Taylor Hall's a dirty player. I don't think it was a dirty play, and I was disappointed to see him suspended for that.
Thanks, boys. Be sure to log on to www.themediaplex.com to stay tuned on all the latest sports updates and look out for the Wolfie Benny Between the Lines Sports podcast. We'll see you next time on Mediaplex Sports Talk. I'm your host, Melissa Iarusso.